The older ones, they probably have a different tool path. Do we have any of the older ones? Goes in and goes around. What type of path is it going back and forth? Is it going around? Or one?
I know we have at least
yesterday. This is back to the grinder.
Oh, that goes.
Because these haven't been ground.
Okay, yep.
And then ship those to the grinder. Looked at the machine on Tuesday. We're gonna order overnight parts. They're a big aluminum mill, and because the machine's down, it's holding up the entire mill floor line, where they're gonna cut wishbone samples out of aluminum, break them in a test machine, test the tensile strength of the aluminum. And Kaiser Aluminum is a big company here that makes aluminum to ship all over the world for aircraft. Cost of the machine being down usually exceeds the cost of the part. We're in a great location to serve the rest of the US with overnight parts.
It gets a little hectic in my office. Since day one, it's just been move for me. Like, so much to learn. Yeah, like I know a lot about the electrical side, how to get power to the machine and stuff like that, and understand how power works in the machine. But understanding how the machines actually work has been a huge learning curve for me. I have to ask Aaron like a million questions on a daily basis.
It's great because I can quickly communicate with people, but it's hard when your phone dings. He needs a motor gearbox gear for a HS machine. This is a really old machine. Let's walk around. I'll show you what this gear looks like on a machine, on a gearbox. Then we're gonna go find it with the gear right on it. Now you need a special puller or you have to cut this off. So come over here. Gotta pull it straight up. Well, it doesn't look terrible, but it's probably here because the customer had a noisy gearbox or they scrapped the machine, so we ended up with it. We keep moving stuff around because we keep growing. Let's open it up and look. I'll show you how we have them packaged. It's very likely the gear he needs, and it being a 50-tooth gear, it's going to have smaller teeth. But if you look at the difference between this gear and this gear, it's pretty obvious. The teeth are very different, so all the teeth in this gearbox are going to be different. You want to heat this gear up to about 350 degrees, slip it right on the shaft. The reason you do that is if you crash your machine really bad, the gear will actually slip on the motor shaft, and I've seen that happen by putting marks on it. If you have things keyed, you're going to break it, but if you have things sweat fit, they can slip a little bit. Usually if you have the gears and you crash, so you run down, you hit a hard jaw, your spindle stops very quickly, all that force is going to go somewhere. Now the main motor gear might slip on the shaft, now the spindle belts might break, and hopefully you don't rip the tool out of the spindle, but you're going to put an impact on these teeth and the gear that mates with it. So if this gear has a broken tooth, obviously replace it, but if the teeth are just damaged and noisy, you probably need to replace the gear that matches with it. The whole gearbox was shifting back and forth, and what was happening then is the orientation was shifting every time it changed directions after a tap. So we then, after we did the spindle, we then did all the gearbox isolators, and now 6 months later, the gearbox is toast.
The T uses a mill gearbox pump motor?
I've never seen an SL20 with a gearbox. It's usually a 30. The T just means tailstock, so you could have an SL30 with a gearbox or without. The T doesn't matter.
The only thing you can really do is take it to a hydraulic shop and hope that they can repair it. But I guess something's wrong with this pump too.
It's possible. On a lathe, they have a separate hydraulic unit. Here, I think, have we taken one of these apart? Have you seen inside of it?
No.
Let's do it real quick. I've only ever seen this pump actually go bad like twice. Super simple. These ports on this side, it compresses the oil and flows out the other side. It's gonna sit right here if there was a motor gear and put oil right into this hose, which puts it right on the back of the gearbox and lubricates the gears. We're going to make this. I think people would buy it. I haven't been in that rush of them to make this because if we sold it,
I get asked about this thing actually a lot.
I think they don't go bad. I mean, I'm wrong, but I haven't
They
seen
probably
it.
don't, but
People think they do.
people think they do.
So they would buy it.
I mean, they would, yeah.
And then the problem is, they would put it on their machine and they would call us and go, we still have the problem, your pump doesn't work. They're probably pressed on. Let's take the rest of the thing apart and look at it. Most people have a problem with the pressure switch or the coupling. And if you look, the pump is not sucking any oil. Here's the coupling. Here's the bottom of the pump. This is turning. If the pump isn't sucking oil and it's functioning correctly, the customer doesn't know that, but we're assuming it is, then the problem is it's not sucking the oil up in the bottom of the gearbox. You probably could have these made. Those gears are probably just pressed on.
Yeah, a little pressed on gears and then a little
vibrate loose. So there's a seal. We could totally build a rebuild kit for this. That's a standard seal. The guys who run CNCs only call us because they're too busy and can make more money making parts than they can fixing their machines. They're fully capable. Most of the time they're afraid of electronics. Granted, you can get shocked and it can hurt and they don't have electrical training, but to tear a motor apart like this, I mean, a machinist is the guy who builds this and puts it together, so he probably knows more than I do about the bearing slip fit and what exact size reamer to use for this hole for it to perfectly fit this dowel pin. It's probably worn out because these are loose. People always ask.
At least once a week, I get an answer. I get an ask for this exact thing.
Every time I work on something, I'm thinking about could we make this? Could we sell a rebuild kit for it? In the repair that we do, we're learning about how to do the repair again faster and make a video about it.